Zhang Ling and Tian Xiwei stepped out of their respective black luxury sedans, instantly blinding the flashing cameras of 1,000 paparazzi lined up along the red carpet. The crisp evening air of Beijing hummed with electric anticipation, the crowd roaring with an intensity that could shake the very foundations of the arena. Fans had camped outside for days just to catch a glimpse of their favorite television idols, waving massive illuminated banners that painted the night sky in brilliant shades of neon pink and electric blue. Security guards locked arms to form an unyielding human wall, desperately trying to contain the surging sea of admirers who strained forward for a legendary moment. Zhang Ling adjusted the sleek lapel of his tailored obsidian suit, a masterpiece of modern menswear that accentuated his statuesque height and commanding presence. His silver wristwatch caught the stadium lights, casting a sharp gleam as he offered the surrounding crowd a warm, disarming smile that instantly sent shockwaves through the fandom. Just a few paces away, Tian Xiwei emerged like a vision of ethereal elegance, draped in a cascading tulle gown that seemed to float around her with every delicate step she took. Her porcelain skin and signature bright eyes sparkled under the constellation of camera flashes, capturing the complete attention of every media outlet present. The organizers had meticulously planned the evening's entrance schedule, ensuring that all major celebrities arrived at staggered intervals to prevent chaos and maximize individual spotlight time. However, fate had a different, far more chaotic scenario written in the stars for tonight's grand celebration. Due to an unforeseen delay with the preceding VIP transport vehicles, both actors found themselves stepping onto the carpeted landing area at the exact same moment. A collective gasp echoed through the VIP lounge before spilling outward into the main auditorium, as the reality of the synchronized arrival set in. Instead of retreating or executing the practiced, aloof celebrity nod, both stars paused abruptly, caught off guard by the surreal twist of timing. Zhang Linghe's eyes widened slightly in genuine surprise before softening into a polite, gentlemanly recognition of his company star's unexpected proximity. Tian Xiwei mirrored his reaction with a charming, theatrical gasp of disbelief, her hand flying playfully to her mouth as she processed the sheer absurdity of the coincidence. The live broadcast cameras, capturing every micro-expression in pristine high definition, zoomed in on their synchronized reactions, broadcasting the unscripted magic to millions of viewers worldwide. The internet practically detonated within seconds of the visual pairing hitting social media platforms across the globe. Hashtags dedicated to their accidental joint appearance skyrocketed to the top of the trending charts, generating millions of posts in less than 10 minutes. Online forums buzzed with relentless speculation, analysis of body language, and endless praise for how effortlessly stunning they looked standing side by side. Fans who had eagerly anticipated their future collaborations suddenly felt like their wildest dreams were materializing right before their eyes in real time. Realizing they were frozen in the spotlight, Zhang Ling broke the momentary silence with a low, melodic chuckle that resonated warmly through his lapel microphone. He extended a graceful hand, palm upward, offering a classic gentlemanly gesture inviting her to take the lead onto the grand staircase. Tian Xiwei beamed brightly, her eyes crinkling at the corners as she accepted the silent invitation with a light-hearted nod of gratitude. The simple, chivalrous interaction was so effortlessly natural that it completely bypassed the realm of staged publicity stunts and felt entirely authentic. As they ascended the illuminated steps together, their shoulders brushed ever so slightly, sending another delightful ripple of excitement through the roaring crowd. Photographers went into an absolute frenzy, their cameras firing at an unprecedented rate that sounded like continuous thunder rolling across the venue. Every news outlet, gossip blog, and entertainment reporter scrambled to capture the unexpected synergy that had just unfolded on live television. It was a masterclass in spontaneous charm, proving that sometimes the best moments in show business cannot be scripted by directors or publicists. Inside the sprawling, crystal chandeliered main hall, the atmosphere shifted from chaotic outdoor energy to sophisticated elegance. Round tables draped in immaculate white silk were scattered across the polished marble floor, surrounded by industry elites, renowned directors, and top-tier actors. Ushers promptly guided Zhang Ling and Tian Xiwei toward the VIP front row, where their assigned seats turned out to be situated right next to each other. Another wave of whispered murmurs rippled through the seated celebrities as the seating arrangement confirmed that the universe genuinely intended for them to share the spotlight all evening. Settling into their plush velvet seats, the two stars did not maintain the awkward silence typical of high-profile industry events where rivalries often simmer beneath the surface. Instead, Zhang Ling leaned over slightly, whispering something into the space between them that caused Tian Xiwei to cover her mouth and burst into a fit of genuine, silent laughter. Her shoulders shook with mirth, and Zhang Ling smiled warmly down at her reaction, looking thoroughly pleased with whatever witty remark he had just delivered. Their easy chemistry was completely transparent, stripping away the icy barrier of celebrity untouchability and replacing it with relatable warmth. During the opening remarks delivered by the gala's veteran hosts, the camera cut away from the stage multiple times to focus on the front row. Each time the lens found Zhang Ling and Tian Xiwei, they were either engaged in a quiet, animated conversation or politely applauding the achievements of their peers. Once, when a particularly humorous anecdote was shared by the speaker, they both turned to look at each other simultaneously, sharing a private joke that left them grinning ear to ear. Fans watching the live stream captured these micro moments, immediately turning them into looping GIFs that flooded timeline feeds across the internet. Halfway through the evening, the prestigious awards presentation commenced, honoring the most impactful contributions to digital media and television over the past year. When a special recognition category was announced, the presenter playfully teased the audience by mentioning artists who had transcended traditional boundaries through sheer magnetic presence. While no specific names were called immediately, the camera instinctively panned across the room and landed directly on Zhang Ling and Tian Xiwei. The heavy hint was unmistakable, and the surrounding guests turned their heads toward the duo, offering encouraging smiles and subtle applause in anticipation. Though they were not receiving an award at that exact second, the unexpected focus prompted Zhang Ling to raise his hands in a modest gesture of gratitude toward the camera. Tian Xiwei joined in, waving gracefully to the virtual audience while flashing her trademark radiant smile that illuminated the entire auditorium. It was a fleeting interaction, yet it possessed a gravity that anchored the entire broadcast around their magnetic dynamic. Viewers at home flooded the live chat with messages declaring that the entire event should be renamed after them, so completely did they command the audience's attention. As the formal segment of the ceremony drew to a close, guests were invited to transition into the sprawling outdoor terrace for the networking and celebratory banquet. The night air had cooled considerably, but the warmth of the celebration inside carried outward as hundreds of industry professionals mingled freely. Waiters in crisp uniforms navigated the crowded space carrying trays of champagne and gourmet hors d'oeuvres while soft string music played in the background. Zhang Ling and Tian Xiwei moved together with their respective management teams, eventually finding themselves sharing a quiet corner near the illuminated fountain. Surrounded by cascading water and blooming night flowers, they finally had a moment to catch their breath away from the blinding glare of the main stage lights. Zhang Ling set his glass of sparkling water down on a nearby marble ledge, turning his full attention to his companion with a thoughtful expression. He complimented her performance in her recent historical drama, praising her emotional range and dedication to mastering complex action sequences. Tian Xiwei's eyes lit up with genuine appreciation, thanking him and noting how closely she had followed his career trajectory and growth as a leading man. Their conversation flowed effortlessly, moving from professional aspirations and upcoming script analysis to lighthearted anecdotes about the grueling nature of modern drama production schedules. They bonded over shared experiences of long night shoots, temperamental weather conditions, and the unique pressure of maintaining public composure under constant digital scrutiny. It became abundantly clear to anyone observing from a distance that their mutual respect ran deep, rooted in a shared understanding of the relentless dedication required to succeed at the highest levels of the entertainment industry. Suddenly, a stray photographer managed to breach the perimeter of the terrace, capturing a candid, unposed photograph of the pair laughing beneath the moonlight. In the frame, Zhang Ling was leaning in slightly to hear her speak over the sound of the fountain, while Tian Xiwei looked up at him with an expression of absolute engagement. When this single photograph leaked online minutes later, it bypassed the formal studio publicity shots in popularity, praised for its cinematic quality and authentic emotional resonance. Fans immediately began writing alternate universe fiction inspired by the single image, cementing its status as an iconic moment of the night. Realizing that privacy was a luxury they could not maintain for long, the duo prepared to make their formal exit from the venue before the midnight rush began. They walked back through the grand hall side by side, exchanging polite farewells with directors, producers, and fellow actors who stopped them to offer congratulations on their successful appearances. The unity of their departure mirrored the dramatic irony of their arrival, completing a symmetrical narrative arc that felt like something straight out of a romance script. Stepping back out onto the front steps, the cool night breeze greeted them once more, carrying the faint echoes of devoted fans who were still lingering near the barricades hoping for a final wave. Zhang Ling and Tian Xiwei paused at the edge of the vehicle pickup zone, turning one last time to acknowledge the remaining crowd with a synchronized bow and warm wave. The flashbulbs erupted in a final, brilliant crescendo, immortalizing the closing chapter of an unforgettable evening that had completely captivated the imagination of millions. As Zhang Linghe's vehicle pulled away into the bustling Beijing traffic, he looked out the tinted window at the receding lights of the grand arena with a thoughtful smile. The unexpected encounter had proven to be the undisputed highlight of the entire gala, overshadowing even the most heavily promoted award presentations of the night. His mind wandered to the effortless rapport they had shared, realizing that professional chemistry of that caliber was a rare and precious commodity in their fast-paced world. Meanwhile, inside her own car speeding down the elevated highway, Tian Xiwei scrolled through her phone and watched the wildfire spread of their joint photographs across social media platforms. She could not help but chuckle at the wildly imaginative fan theories already trending under their names, ranging from secret upcoming drama casting rumors to elaborate romance narratives. The sheer creativity of the fanbase never failed to amuse and impress her, highlighting just how deeply invested people were in the magic of cinematic pairings. Back at the television network headquarters, production executives were already reviewing the broadcast metrics, wide-eyed at the unprecedented spike in engagement that occurred precisely during their synchronized arrival. Emergency meetings were quietly called by top-tier casting directors who recognized a golden opportunity sitting right in front of them on the television screen. The universal demand for a joint television project starring Zhang Ling and Tian Xiwei had transformed from a quiet fan wish into an urgent commercial imperative overnight. By sunrise, the entertainment headlines across every major news portal, morning talk show, and digital platform were completely dominated by the unexpected spectacle of the previous night. Critics analyzed their red carpet interaction with the gravity usually reserved for political summits, dissecting every glance, smile, and shared gesture for hidden meaning. The phrase, Zhang Ling and Tian Xiwei, became a permanent fixture in search engine algorithms, setting a new benchmark for viral celebrity culture in the modern digital era. Far away from the media storm, in the quiet tranquility of their respective rehearsal spaces for the coming week, both actors returned to their rigorous daily routines. Yet, the lingering shadow of the Weibo wondrous voyage lingered in the air, a testament to the powerful alchemy that occurs when two magnetic personalities collide by pure chance. They knew that whatever future projects awaited them, the expectations of the